Welcome back, everyone. We are currently in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, going to MDW, Chicago. This should be a pretty easy flight. Weather's pretty calm over there. It's going to be bitter cold, but that's part of the game. So right now I have completed the pre-flight. Everything is ready outside, and so now I'm going to start inside. I've already tested the standby flight display, and I've also done all the emergency battery work, and so we're going to go on with everything, verify the gens are off. And so what we should get here is a pretty standard startup procedure. All right, we're going to start engine number 1, 1000 to 1000. We're looking for N2 plus 10. Once it gets to 10, we're going to go flight idle. We see ignition, ITTs are on the rise, and N1 is on the rise. So we are moving along. Got a good start. Generator, this is indicating the generator is off, which is exactly what we expect because we're still on ground power. Next, we're going to start engine number 2, engine number 2. And now we're looking at N2, plus 10, flight idle, ignition, ITTs, N1. And obviously along the way, we're looking at the fuel boost. We want to make sure that that boost is on. All right, so we've got 2 good engines. We're asking them to disconnect the GPU, and we're going to look here at the battery and gens. We want to see negative volts and amps. We want to see a drop in volts and negative amps. There we go. That's what we expect. Next thing we're going to do is turn our gens on. So we see that both gens are on, they're taking the load. I'm going to turn off the left. We have 0, the right's taking it. Turn off the right, the battery's taking it. Turn on the left, now the left is taking it. Now we can turn them both on, and we're looking good. Now we're going to turn the battery off to test to make sure we see a drop. We do. Battery's going back on. We're going to throw on our bleed air engine only. We want to see the ITTs rise just a bit, which we've got. All right, so we're looking good. Let's go air conditioner on. We are in South Florida. Electric elevator trim. We will first test it, and then we'll set it, which is good. Autopilot. All right. We could set our trim. We'll check our flight controls. Left is up, left is down. Right is up and right is down. Flaps are set 15. We've got our speed, so that's good. Speed brakes we're going to extend and retract, so we're good to go there. Avionics are checked and set. Altimeters are set 1, 2, 3 times. Pressurization's good. Landing field elevation is good. CAS messages are as expected. Aft divider is open. Pack safety is, we have no pack, so we're good to go. Before taxi checklist is complete. On the taxi, we're going to hit the exterior lights. We'll check brakes, nose wheel steering, flight instruments, and rudder bias. And so, let's talk to ground.
Hello, ground. Citation 3, 9er, Sierra, Sierra. Information Yankee at shelter, looking to taxi to 10 right.
Citation 3, 9er, Sierra, Sierra, Fort Lauderdale ground. Roger. 1 sec here. I'll have you moving in just a minute. There's another aircraft that's taxiing off the ramp. As soon as I see them moving, I'll be right with you.
Stand by, 3900.
Citation 3, 9er, Sierra, Sierra. It's a global there. I don't know if you can see him. I'm not sure where you're at on the ramp here. It's a global with a nice paint job. We runway 10 right. You're going to taxi out, join Lima Hotel. Hold short of Hotel 3.
All right, it's going to be 10 right, Lima Hotel. Hold short of Hotel 3, and I believe the aircraft you're talking about is behind the 705 Kilo Bravo.
He's fast behind the fuel truck now.
I see him. Okay, so I'm following that funny paint job plane 390 Sierra, correct?
Hey, Farmer, just give way to him. He's going to go to the left side. You're going to the right side. Just give way to him, and you'll continue Lima Hotel, hold short of Hotel 3.
All right, I'll follow him. Lima Hotel, Hotel 3, 390 Sierra.
Catch one more time with the numbers here.
845. Ground Delta 305.
305, Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, we have a edict in 1 minute we're not going to make. Can you try working on a new time for us?
We'll work on it when you taxi out.
Okay, thank you.
November 117, Tango Foxtrot. Roger, I see you there. Thank you.
And we're going to do for 117. Tango Fox, we're going to Lima, Echo, left turn on Charlie.
Affirmative.
Cool looking plane. If anybody knows whose that is or what that is, throw it in the comments. I'd be curious to learn. Alright, so we're going to be taking off on 10 right. Basically, we're going to be heading 096.
Station 9er Sierra released at 14, left turn onto Hotel 3, join Juliet, just monitor tower on 20.2, they'll call you.
Left on Hotel 3, join Juliet, over to Tower 390 Sierra.
So we've got 8,000 feet. We're going to be doing a rolling takeoff. In the event we have any problems before V1, we're going to board, and that means throttle's going to idle. We're going to extend the speed brakes, and we're going to use full rudder brakes. Anything after V1, we're going to continue on. We're going to rotate. Once we get a positive rate, we are going to go gear up, and we're going to pitch for V2. Once we're clear of all obstacles, we're going to pitch for VE.
November 44 Romeo, good job on the roll. Contact Miami Departure. Have a great day.
At VE, we'll clean up our flaps. We're going to continue on, run our checklists, and make some decisions. We've got a lot of fuel, so we don't want to just come back and land. We could do this on one engine if we have to. Otherwise, this is going to be a pretty healthy and easy flight over to MDW. So we're holding short of 10 right. We're looking at it. We're monitoring tower. This airport's really great. They know what's happening. We usually don't have to call ahead.
November 3 at 9er Sierra, Fort Lauderdale Tower. RNAV 2 elbow, runway 10 right to cleared for takeoff.
RNAV elbow, 10 right, clear for takeoff, 390 Sierra.
All right, so we've got lights, we've got heats, no cast messages, trim 3 times. We're looking at 10 right. We are clear on the right, clear on the left. All right, so we are going to increase the throttle. We want to see 2 good engines. We've got that. We're going to set throttles for takeoff. Here we are. Airspeed is alive. At 80 knots, we're going to do a quick check. Everything's in the green. There's V1, and there is rotate. At V1, we take our hand off the throttle to make sure we don't make the mistake. Landing gear is going up. Positive rate. Yaw damper, flight level change. VNAV, and we are above 400. We're going to go throttle climb and flap 0. All right, so we've got gear up, flaps are up, throttles are back, 1,000 feet.
November 3 9er Sierra, contact Miami Departure. Good day.
Over to 2605, 390 Sierra, great day.
444 no.
Miami Citation 390 Sierra, 1.4, climbing 4,000.
Citation 39er Sierra, Miami Departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 5,000.
Up to 5,000, 390 Sierra.
All right, so we're just going to go up higher than the departure calls for, which is cool. That means that I could hope for a quicker climb. There's breaking through 3,000.
November 33 Sierra, turn left heading 270. 270, 33 Sierra.
Pretty amazing flying right through these cloud layers. There's 4,000 for 5,000. And so I'm going to start pulling the throttles back. If I don't, then basically once we level off, I'll go right through 250 knots, which is the
2,700.
maximum speed allowed under 10,000
Miami
feet.
Departure, what will the on-course heading be?
All right, so this is a good time to just recheck. I know we did it before, but we'll do it again. Landing gears up, flaps are 0. Throttles we're set to climb. We don't need to climb any longer. Back safety switch we don't need. Exterior lights have been set. Pressurization is checked and altimeter is checked. So we are good to go.
Number 9 Sierra, climb and maintain 10,000.
10,000, 3900.
All right, we're going to go
Number
up
3 Romeo Golf, climb your
10,000.
discretion.
Look at that. Amazing view. Amazing view. I love breaking through the clouds like that.
117 Takeoff Foxtrot with you out of 2,300 for 4,000.
And just like that, we're breaking through 8,000.
Number 403 Romeo Golf, contact departure 119.45. November 39 Sierra, climb and maintain 13,000.
13,000, 3900.
So there's 10,000, which means we no longer have the 250 knot speed restriction. And we're climbing on up. 3,000 feet per minute, 222 knots.
305 Miami departure, radar contact, climb maintain 16,000.
It's really beautiful at this altitude. Hot, but really beautiful. All right, so we're climbing pretty nicely out of 15,000 up to 230. Hopefully they'll let us keep this climb going. We have about 3 hours ahead of us. The rest of it's going to be
departure 67 Juliet Whiskey 10.5.
pretty common flight.
Turn 100.
So for the moment, I'll tell you, sit back, relax.
Yes, sir.
I will get back to you on the way
Whiskey,
down,
right turn,
landing
100,
into MDW.
7.
Thanks for following along. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. More great videos to come, more great stuff to come, and we'll check back in shortly.
And
Welcome back. Today we've got something that was not at all as planned. We are currently in Gainesville. We're supposed to be in Chicago. We had a very interesting and fun experience. I was up close to 40,000 feet and experienced an autopilot fail. Unfortunately, there isn't anything to do other than to come down. First of all, we have to get out of RVSM airspace, and second of all, we need to get down because the only thing to do at that point is to reset the aircraft. And so after I did so, I had a generator failure. And that's unfortunate because we can't take off unless we have both gens, that's first of all. Secondly, the generator is also the starter. So when you lose the gen, you lose the starter. After I turned it off to try to diagnose, I then couldn't start the engine yet again, and so there I was. I probably got down around 6:30 p.m. last night, and today they got me working by like 11:30. The experience with Textron is absolutely insanely great. Not just the fact that they get out there really quick, but these guys are just amazing. So where we are right now is we're continuing with initialization. So we've got our climb, we've got our cruise, we've got our descent, and we'll continue on before we...
Ground Citation 3, 9 Sierra, information X-ray at the FBO, taxi runway 11.
Sierra, runway 11, taxi Alpha, hold short to 11 approach.
Taxi Alpha, hold short 11 approach, 39 Sierra.
All right, taxi Alpha 11, and let's go full screen. Got the airport there, we've got what we want there, and let's keep going. I'll tell you, this stay was for a terrible reason, but these people here are great. I got great service all the way around. I spent most of the day in the FBO handling meetings. They gave me a nice private spot to work. Everybody's been great. And so as I was explaining earlier, I was up at roughly 40,000 feet. Autopilot disconnected and went to an autopilot fail. So I came down, reset the aircraft, spoke to the Textron mechanic, and he's described that that was the best thing to do. I started the aircraft back up, that worked. After starting, the gen didn't work. I shouldn't say that. Gen worked at first. I taxied about 50 or 100 feet, gen stopped working, it read 0. And so I had to taxi back, turned it off, waited about 30 minutes, probably longer than it's required, but I didn't want to heat up the batteries. And so after I came back, I went to start the engine number 1, and it didn't start. So that generator fail continued. Generator is the starter, so it wouldn't start. That happened last night, maybe 6:30, something like that, and they had me back working again by 11:30. I had some meetings, so I couldn't get up in the air until now, but I mean, talk about service. It's just pretty insane.
72, switch the tire when you're ready.
Okay, I'll go 72.
Cleared Lima, Alpha Lima is 5, maintain 3,000.
So I missed my meetings in Chicago, gonna head back home to Fort Lauderdale International. I think it was just good decision making to come on down. I mean, I could have gone down to 28,000, flown without autopilot, but 3 hours flying that way wasn't really reasonable. Probably would have left me overworked by the time I got there. I decided to land in Gainesville. It was a nearby airport, looked big enough, had a long enough runway in case I had any other issues along the way. It was a towered airport. I wanted the convenience of a tower.
Ground cat. 3900, you on the frequency?
3900.
Roger, taxi up to hold short of 7.
Taxi up and hold short 7, 3900.
All right. So we're going to be taking off runway 11.
Tower 3900, are you giving me 7 or 11?
I was going to give you 1-1. You want 7?
No, 1-1 is better, 3900, thanks.
900, go ahead, cross runway 7 at Delta, hold short 1-1.
Cross 7 at Delta and hold short 1-1, 3900.
All right, we've got clear on the right and clear on the left. We've done our before takeoff checklist, and we'll be cleared and ready. Once we are, we'll go lights and heats, and then we'll be ready.
0457, you're going to be looking for a Cherokee 3-mile final.
We've done a departure briefing, so we're ready for landing gear, flaps, throttles climb, pack safeties not needed, exterior lights, pressurization, altimeter. So that's what we're going to look for once we get moving.
Blue Street 5464, available, turn right, Echo 2, taxi to terminal. Echo 2 to terminal, 5464, thanks. 3900, runway heading in 3000, runway 11, clear for takeoff.
1-1, clear for takeoff, 3900, 3000, runway heading.
All right, we've got lights, we've got heats, we've got runway 11. We're looking at the windsock, it matches what we expected. And we'll keep the roll going. So we've got 2 good engines, throttles takeoff, airspeed's alive, both sides. We've got an 80 knot cross check, specifically the gens. There we are, V1, and rotate. Positive rate, gears going up. And we are currently V2 plus 10 and clear of obstacles. We'll clean up the flaps.
Number 390, contact departure.
Over to 118.17, 3900.
You can switch over to tower, Jack's approach at 118.6, just monitor the frequency. He's on the landline right now coordinating some arrivals.
Sure, 118.6 for 2 Echo Sierra. Departure citation 3900, 1.5, climbing 3000.
3900, Jack's departure, ident climb to 10,000.
Ident up to 10,000, 3900.
A little bit more.
900, radar contact, clear direct Lakeland.
Direct Lakeland, 3900.
All right, so we got up to Lakeland. We've got our VNAV. Gear is up, flaps are up, throttles at climb. Pressurization's good, landing field elevation. We've got our lights set.
Daytona approach 1885.
After takeoff checklist should be complete. Let's double check it.
You may not be able to go, it depends on the clouds here, but we'll let you know. Jump 3.
Look at that climb. I'm going to shallow it out a little bit just to get ahead of slowing down once we get to 10,000. Beautiful view over Florida, getting over that cloud layer.
Number 900, contact Jack Center 133.32.
3332, 3900, great day. Jack, Citation 39er Sierra Sierra 8.7, climbing 10, 10,000.
November 39er Sierra Sierra Jack Center, roger. And let's see, climb and maintain flight level 230, leaving 10,000, turn 15 degrees to the left for that climb.
All right, up to 230, if you don't mind, repeat for 3900.
No problem, up 39er Sierra Sierra, flight level 230, leaving 10, let's turn 15 to the left.
All right, leaving 10, 15 to the left, 3900, thanks for repeating.
Yes, copy, approach 127.77.
All right, guys, that was pretty effortless. Currently climbing out of 12,000, going up to 23,000. Other than the beautiful views, it's going to be pretty uneventful. So I'm going to get back to you in just a bit on our way down. Thanks for coming along. Welcome back. We are currently descending out of 22,000 down to 19,000. We're set up for the Tiki 3, although he didn't put us on it yet. It's been sort of a bumpy ride, but you know, that's really okay given where I came from.
Having
a fail at 40,000 feet, and then a generator fail, and starter fail. A little bit of bumps is really alright.
73 Miami Center, Lieutenant 3002.
As you guys know, I always talk about my sunglasses. I love these sunglasses. These are flying eyes, and I've got a couple of pairs. That's how much I love them. If you're looking for a discount, go to flyingyes.com/1JCPilot. That's spelled 1 O-N-E, the letters JC Pilot.
Contact Miami approach 125.75.
Flyingyes.com/1JCPilot. You'll get 10% off. So I'll be doing a giveaway in the near future.
Runway 3968 deviations up to 10 degrees right.
So stick around,
TBJ.
and I'll fill everybody in on how that works. But we'll be giving away a few pairs of these flying eyes. I really do love them.
Up to 901,
I don't get paid. I just get to give a discount to everyone, so it's not any sort of paid sponsorship. It's something that I actually love. So the descent checklist is windshield defog systems are on.
39 Sierra, descend via Tiki 3 arrival, landing east, flight altimeter 3001.
3001, Tiki 3, landing east 3900.
Turning 692, descend via Tiki 3 arrival, landing east, maintain
All right,
250 knots.
We've got the arrival right over here. Since we've already briefed it, we know that we need to be down to bunker at 5,000. So what I'm going to do is leave that 5,000 in. Right now we are at 19,000. I'll hit the VNAV, the vertical nav. And what that means is that once we get to the appropriate top of descent, it'll actually start our descent. It'll make sure we're hitting each waypoint at the appropriate altitude, and at Banty we have to be at 250. So I don't know whether I enjoy following the arrivals and the approaches and all of that more than just flying VFR and visual approaches. I really do enjoy both. I like the challenge of following it all and making sure that everything's programmed right and doing all of that. That sound means we have 1 minute to top of descent. We're looking at top of descent right over here. Right over here. Right over here it says path in white. That means that's the instruction that it's going to take next. Flying VFR is pretty freeing. It's got a great level of freedom. You can go generally wherever you want. I say generally because there's still rules to follow. Whereas flying IFR, you get to go to the altitudes, and then we're following these arrivals and approaches, which I like equally. So they're both really fun. They both serve different purposes. All right, so we've got our defog, we've got our altimeter set. We're looking at pressurization, headland, and field elevation, and everything's looking good. All the systems are green. We just got a new ATIS a few minutes ago.
73, correct, Romeo
And so what we'll do is we'll just set up that landing gear yet again.
Number 39 Sierra, contact Miami approach 133.77.
3377, 3900, Green Bay.
American.
Approach Citation 3, 9er Sierra Sierra, 16,000, descending via Tiki 3. I have information, Lima, and I'm looking for 10 right.
Wing 86, or turn right 360.
360, Wing 86.
November 39 Sierra, Miami approach, expect the RNAV, runway 10 right approach.
RNAV 10 right, 3900.
All right, so he gave us a different approach. Let's get that in. RNAV 10 right. We'll get that right there.
702, are we clear to 5,000
And since we're still on the arrival, we'll throw that back.
702, affirmative.
And we'll set up RNAV 10 right. Do it from Beezer. No course reversal. We'll hit load. That is the right minimum. So there we go.
10 left to
That's really good. We're going to be at Banty between 10 and 11, which is what it calls for, and they're asking us to be at 250 knots. Slow down a few knots just to make sure we are where we're supposed to be.
Miami approach, expect the RNAV runway 9 left at Opelika. And number 900, safe flight conditions, how was your ride path there?
Moderate chop. At this point, it's smooth, 3900.
Roger.
All right, so we're going to be down to 7,000 pretty soon. That leaves us room to get down to 5,000, and then we'll be able to start that approach.
900, you can cross bunker at 5,000, cleared RNAV runway 10 right approach.
Bunker at 5,000 and clear for the RNAV 10 right, 3900.
So he cleared us bunker 5,000. That means we've got to be there at 5,000. After that, we're clear for the approach.
702 heavy, contact Fort Lauderdale Tower, 119.3. Have a good night. November 900, maintain 170 or greater till a 5-mile final. Contact Fort Lauderdale Tower, 120.2. Have a good night.
120.2, 170 or greater till 5-mile final, 3900. Great day. Tower Citation 39 Sierra, RNAV 10 right.
Citation 3900, 10 right, clear to land.
10 right, clear to land, 3900.
That's coupled as we expected with the VNAV still, so the approach didn't actually couple yet. What I did over here was I just turned on the landing lights. It's a good way to remember if you were cleared to land. Before that, we still have lights on. They're recog and taxi lights. I throw on the landing lights as soon as I'm cleared to land. It's a good way to remember that it's done. This phase of flight tends to be busy, and it's an easy way to remember. All right, so gears down, 3 green, no red, flaps are 15.
5 Hotel Fox, what else are you looking for?
We are waiting for 161.
Stand by for high, there's actually a V-ship coming up off your left.
And indicated. So we've got 3 green, no red, flaps are full. So we've got the airport in sight. We're not looking at any gusts of wind as we look around, as we look at the trees, the water, and we know our missed procedure.
Contact Miami on 119.7. Good.
19.7. We've got a nice stable approach. I don't expect to need it, but it's always good to be prepared and think about it.
500. Autopilot.
Autopilot. Whoa.
Minimums.
We are landing. So my old teacher used to say, do a Superman pose and
50.
Look straight ahead.
30.
And Superman pose is
20.
basically chest out,
10.
Look ahead. So we've got ground flaps slowing down. And we'll clean up lights and heats. Clean up our flaps.
Tower Citation 39 Sierra, parking shelter.
39 Sierra, left turn on the Juliet, ground point 4, good.
Left turn Juliet, ground point 4, 39 Sierra, thanks. Ground Citation 39 Sierra, Juliet, parking shelter.
Citation 39 Sierra, Fort Lauderdale ground, hello, taxi via Quebec, Hotel Lima.
Quebec Hotel Lima, 39 Sierra.
Pretty smooth flight. Some bumps along the way, but really no problem.
199 Bravo Pops, ready for taxi at National.
Had some low-level light gusts, nothing really to speak of, but you know, like once I disconnected the autopilot, it was just something to deal with. Anyway, welcome to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Usually I say sunny Florida. We've got this overcast going on. But it's okay. It's warmer than where I was supposed to be. I heard Chicago today had a wind chill of -25, so honestly I'm pretty bad I wasn't there. You know, I think one of the takeaways from my experience with the failures yesterday was that get-there-itis, like people say. That's what gets you in trouble. And honestly, once I had that failure, I said, I'm just not going. And I think that's the right decision.
Runway 10 right, you got the southwest corner. Southwest corner and Juliet Towers 20.2. Do you have Lima?
We have Lima.
All right, we are looking at where we're going, which is shelter.
Roger, good day.
Thank you very much, sir.
And here we are. Look at this guy. This is the best marshal. Love this guy. He was with me in Fort Lauderdale executive. He moved just about the same time I moved. Great guy. All right, well, thanks for following along. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Next flight will be less problems, hopefully. And thanks for following, guys.